I need you to understand something right now. Everything you have ever desired, everything you have ever imagined, everything you have ever thought, already exists. It is not a question of if it will come to you. It is a question of whether you are aligned enough to receive it. Most people live their entire lives unaware of the power they hold. They believe that life happens to them, that they are at the mercy of circumstances, that luck and fate determine their destiny. But chosen ones, we are different. We are not here to be controlled by the world. We are here to create it. From the moment you were born, you have been manifesting. Every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold is shaping the reality around you, whether you realize it or not. The problem is, most people are manifesting unconsciously. They allow fear to dictate their thoughts, doubt to cloud their vision, and limiting beliefs to block their power. And then, they wonder why life seems to work against them. But here's the truth: life is not against you. It is responding to you. It is mirroring you. The energy you put out, the frequency you operate on, the emotions you allow to dominate your mind, that is what determines the reality you experience. Let me ask you something. If your entire life up until this moment was a direct reflection of your thoughts and beliefs, what has your mind been creating? Have you been focusing on abundance, or have you been consumed by scarcity? Have you been envisioning success, or have you been drowning in fear? Have you been speaking life into your dreams, or have you been unknowingly cursing them with your doubts? Because whether you accept it or not, your life is a direct manifestation of what you have been feeding into your mind. And if you want to change your reality, you must first master the way you think.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
The first thing you must understand is that manifestation is not magic, it is law. And just as gravity pulls objects to the ground, just as the tide follows the moon, just as fire will always burn, the law of manifestation is constantly at work. The universe does not pick and choose when to listen to you. It is always listening, always responding, always aligning you with the energy you emit. The problem is, most people send mixed signals, big and rise. One moment, they believe in their dreams, and the next, they doubt them. One moment, they see themselves as powerful, and the next, they question their worth. One moment, they speak abundance, and the next, they complain about lack. And in doing so, they confuse the very forces that are trying to bring their desires to life. Chosen ones, our manifestation powers are stronger than we think. But with great power comes great responsibility. The more powerful your energy, the faster your manifestations materialize. This means that if you are not in control of your thoughts, if you are not in control of your emotions, if you are not in control of your focus, then you will attract chaos as quickly as you attract blessings. This is why the first step to mastering manifestation is not about asking for what you want, it is about becoming the person who is aligned with what you want. Because manifestation is not about forcing things into existence. It is about matching the vibration of what you seek. Let me ask you something. If your dream life appeared before you right now, would you be ready for it? Would you be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared to handle the success, the wealth, the love, the opportunities that you desire? Or would you sabotage it because deep down, you do not yet believe you deserve it? Because this is where most people fail. They think manifestation is about asking the universe for something and waiting for it to arrive. But the universe does not give you what you ask for. It gives you what you are ready for. If you want to manifest wealth, you must first develop the mindset of abundance. If you want to manifest love, you must first become the version of yourself that is capable of receiving and maintaining it. If you want to manifest success, you must first embody the discipline, the confidence, the work ethic of someone who is already successful. Everything you desire already exists. The only reason you do not yet have it is because you have not yet aligned with it. This is why so many people struggle with manifestation. They spend all their time trying to change the outside world while ignoring the fact that their outer reality is only a reflection of their inner world. They try to force success without first changing their mindset. They try to attract love without first healing their wounds. They try to manifest abundance while still holding on to beliefs of lack. And then they wonder why nothing is changing. But the truth is, manifestation is not about chasing anything, but it is about becoming. Chosen ones, we do not chase. We attract. We do not beg for opportunities. We create them. We do not sit around waiting for miracles. We become the miracle. This is the difference between those who struggle and those who thrive. Those who struggle believe they must fight for their dreams. Those who thrive understand that they must first align with them, and alignment is not about effort. It is about frequency. Let me ask you something. What frequency have you been operating on? Have you been vibrating at the level of your dreams, or have you been stuck in the energy of doubt, fear, and hesitation? Because energy does not lie. And the universe does not respond to what you say you want, it responds to what you truly believe you deserve. If you want to harness your manifestation powers, the first step is to take full responsibility for your energy. No more blaming external circumstances. No more waiting for the perfect conditions. No more telling yourself that you will believe it when you see it. Because manifestation does not work that way. You must believe it first. You must feel it first. You must act as if it is already yours first. Because the universe does not operate on doubt. It operates on certainty. Here is the secret that most people do not understand. Manifestation is not about creating something that does not exist. It is about collapsing the timeline between where you are now and where you are meant to be. Your future self, the one who has already achieved everything you desire, already exists in another reality. And the only thing separating you from that version of yourself is alignment. The moment you start thinking, feeling, and acting like that version of yourself, the timeline collapses. What once seemed impossible suddenly becomes inevitable. What once felt out of reach suddenly appears effortlessly. Not because it was created out of thin air, but because you finally became a match for it. Most people will never understand this. They will spend their lives waiting for external validation, waiting for proof, waiting for permission to believe in their own power. But chosen ones, we are different. We do not wait for proof. We become the proof. We do not wait for permission. We give ourselves permission. We do not wait for the world to change. We change the world. Let me ask you one final question. What would happen if, starting today, you fully stepped into your power? If you stopped doubting yourself, stopped hesitating, stopped waiting for signs, and simply decided that everything you desire is already yours. Because that is the truth. The only thing standing between you and your manifestations is the belief that it is hard. But what if it was easy? What if all you had to do was step into the energy of the person you were always meant to be? Because that person is already within you. And the moment you stop resisting, the moment you stop fearing your own power, the moment you fully step into alignment, everything will change faster than you ever thought possible. The moment you truly understand that your manifestation powers are stronger than you think, your entire perception of reality begins to shift. You no longer see obstacles as barriers, you see them as illusions, temporary reflections of your old energy that are waiting for you to transform them. You no longer see time as a limitation, because you realize that time itself bends to the vibration you hold. You no longer doubt whether you are capable of manifesting your desires, because you finally understand that your desires were never random, they were placed within you for a reason. Most people never reach this level of awareness because they are trapped in the illusion of limitation. They believe in scarcity. They believe in struggle. They believe that success, love, abundance, and freedom are things they must earn through hard work, suffering, and external validation. But chosen ones, we are here to break that illusion. We are here to remember the truth that has been hidden from us for generations. We are creators. We are not here to struggle. We are here to manifest effortlessly. Let me ask you something. What if everything you have ever wanted is already waiting for you? What if the version of you that has already achieved your highest dreams already exists, and the only reason you have not met them yet is because you are still vibrating at the frequency of your old self? Because that is the truth. There is no separation between you and your desires, except the energy you choose to embody right now. The moment you shift, everything shifts. This is why the greatest secret to manifestation is not in forcing, not in chasing, but in becoming. The reason so many people fail at manifestation is because they are trying to attract something they do not yet believe they can have. They visualize wealth while still believing in lack. They affirm love while still carrying wounds of unworthiness. They script success while still fearing failure. And in doing so, they send mixed signals to the universe. They ask for what they want, but their energy contradicts their desires. And the universe does not listen to words, it listens to vibration. Chosen ones, the key to unlocking the full power of your manifestation abilities is to remove every contradiction from your energy. You must become a pure channel for what you desire, without resistance, without doubt, without hesitation. This means that if you desire wealth, you must stop entertaining thoughts of scarcity. But if you desire love, you must stop identifying with loneliness. If you desire success, you must stop fearing failure. You must align your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, actions, and beliefs with the reality you wish to create. And the moment you do this, the timeline collapses. What once seemed distant suddenly becomes inevitable. Let me ask you something. What are you still holding on to that is keeping you from fully stepping into your power? What beliefs, what fears, what old stories are you still carrying that are keeping you stuck in a timeline you have outgrown? Because if you do not release them, they will continue to manifest. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are in alignment with. And if you are still aligned with your old self, you will continue to experience your old reality. This is why manifestation is not about doing, it is about undoing. It is about peeling away everything that is not truly you. It is about unlearning the conditioning, the programming, the false limitations that have been placed upon you. Because the moment you strip away the layers of doubt, fear, and scarcity, what remains is your true self. And your true self is limitless. Your true self is magnetic. Your true self does not chase, does not struggle, does not beg. Your true self commands reality into existence with certainty. Chosen ones, Our manifestation powers are stronger than we think because we are not just manifesting for ourselves. We are manifesting for the collective. Every time you step into abundance, you shift the frequency of the entire planet. Every time you embody love, you heal generational wounds. Every time you break free from limitation, you create a new blueprint for others to follow. This is why our awakening is so important. We are not just here to live ordinary lives. We are here to lead, to inspire, to redefine what is possible. But here's the challenge. You must be willing to let go of everything that is not aligned with your highest self. You must be willing to release old habits, old identities, old environments, even old relationships that no longer match your frequency. Because the higher you rise, the more your reality must shift to accommodate your new energy. And this is where most people hesitate. They want to manifest abundance but are afraid to leave their comfort zone. They want to attract love but are unwilling to heal their past wounds. They want to create success but are still clinging to the fear of failure. And in doing so, they resist the very manifestations they are calling in. Let me ask you something. Are you truly ready for what you are asking for? Are you ready to step into the version of yourself that has already received it? Because if you are still thinking like your old self, acting like your old self, vibrating at the level of your old self, then you are not yet ready. And the universe will wait. It will hold your blessings in place until you align with them. Because manifestation is not about luck, it is about energetic readiness. So if you want to unlock the full power of your manifestation abilities, stop asking for things and start embodying them. Stop waiting and start acting like it is already done. Stop questioning if it will happen and start living as if it has already happened. Because the moment you fully embody the frequency of what you desire, the universe has no choice but to deliver it. Not because you forced it, but because you became an undeniable match for it. Chosen ones, we are not here to live small lives. We are not here to struggle, to doubt, to fear. We are here to create realities. We are here to bend time. We are here to manifest effortlessly. But only if we are willing to step into our full power. And that power is not in the future. It is not waiting for you in some distant timeline. It is within you right now. Let me ask you one final question. What would happen if, starting today, you decided to fully trust in your manifestation abilities? If you stopped hesitating, stopped doubting, stopped questioning, and simply acted as if everything you desire is already done. Because that is the secret. The moment you stop waiting, the moment you stop hoping, the moment you fully believe, everything shifts. Not because the universe suddenly started working in your favor, but because you finally stopped working against yourself. Your manifestation powers are stronger than you think. The only thing standing between you and your desires is the belief that they are difficult to attain. But what if they were easy? What if your only job was to align, to trust, to surrender, to become? Because that is the truth. Everything you seek is already seeking you. The only question is, are you ready to receive? There is a reason you are here right now, listening to these words. This moment is not random. It is a calling, a reminder. A wake-up call from the universe itself, pulling you out of the illusion of limitation and back into the truth of who you are. Because whether you realize it or not, you have always been a creator. You have always been manifesting. The only difference between those who live in struggle and those who manifest effortlessly is awareness. And now you are aware. Now You cannot unsee the truth. Now, you must decide, will you continue to live as the old version of yourself, or will you fully step into your power? Most people will go their entire lives without ever realizing this power exists within them. They will continue to believe they are victims of circumstance. They will continue to allow fear, doubt, and hesitation to control their actions. They will continue to wait for permission, for signs, for external validation before they believe in their own potential. But chosen ones, we are not most people. We do not wait for signs. We are the sign. We do not wait for permission. We give ourselves permission. We do not wait for the world to change. We change the world. Let me ask you something. If you knew with absolute certainty that your manifestations were guaranteed, how would you live differently? How would you think, speak, and act if you had no doubt that everything you desire is already on its way to you? Because that is the level of belief you must operate from. Not hope, not wishful thinking, certainty. The moment you stop questioning whether your manifestations will come and start acting as if they are already done, reality will bend to match your energy. The reason most people struggle with manifestation is because they are still living in the energy of separation. They see their desires as something outside of them, something distant, something they must reach for. But when you truly understand the nature of manifestation, you realize that what you seek is not separate from you, it is already a part of you. And the only thing keeping you from experiencing it is the illusion of distance that your mind has created. The moment you collapse that illusion, the moment you become what you seek, the manifestation becomes inevitable. Chosen ones, we do not chase. We attract, we do not beg. We command, we do not hope, we know. This is the frequency of true manifestation. This is the energy that moves mountains, bends reality, and brings the impossible into existence. But it requires unwavering belief. It requires you to trust in your power so deeply that failure is not even an option. Because the universe does not respond to doubt. It responds to certainty. Let me ask you something. How many times have you delayed your own manifestations because you allowed doubt to creep in? How many times have you weakened your own power by questioning whether you are truly capable? Because here's the truth, every time you doubt, you reset the process. Every time you hesitate, you push your manifestations further away. Every time you allow fear to take over, you lower your vibration and disconnect from the reality you are trying to create. And this is why the most powerful thing you can do is decide right now that everything you desire is already done. Decide that you are already living in the reality of your dreams. Decide that there is no more waiting, no more hoping, no more questioning, only knowing. Because the moment you make that decision with absolute conviction, the universe will rearrange itself to match your energy. Not because it suddenly started working in your favor, but because you finally stopped working against yourself. Manifestation is not about forcing things into existence. It is about removing the resistance that has been keeping them from you. It is about stepping into the version of yourself that has already received. It is about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions so completely with your desires that they have no choice but to materialize. And the only thing standing between you and that reality is a single decision. Will you step into your power, or will you continue to wait? Let me ask you something. What if you stopped waiting? What if, starting today, you fully embodied the energy of the person who has already manifested everything you desire? Because that version of you already exists. They are not in the future. They are here right now, waiting for you to align with them. And the moment you do, your entire reality will shift. Most people will hear these words and feel inspired for a moment, but then they will return to their old patterns. They will go back to doubting, hesitating, waiting for proof before they fully commit to their power. But chosen ones, we are not most people. But we do not wait for proof. We become the proof. We do not wait for reality to change. We change reality. Manifestation is not something you do. It is something you are. It is the natural state of existence. The universe is constantly responding to your energy, whether you are aware of it or not. And now that you are aware, you can no longer afford to move unconsciously. You must become intentional. You must become deliberate. You must become the master of your own energy. Because the moment you do, the entire universe will conspire to bring your desires to life. Let me ask you one final question. What would happen if you stopped resisting your own power? If you stopped doubting, stopped hesitating, stopped questioning, and fully stepped into the truth of who you are? Because that is the only thing standing between you and your manifestations. The moment you remove the resistance, the moment you fully embrace your power, the moment you decide that it is already done, everything changes. Your manifestation powers are stronger than you think. You are not here to struggle. You are not here to wait. You are here to create. You are here to lead. You are here to manifest a reality so powerful, so abundant, so extraordinary that it defies all logic and expectation. And the only thing you must do now is believe. Not tomorrow, not next week, now, because everything you desire is already yours. The only question is, are you ready to receive?